Hi, welcome to this week's video. Today is going to be a straightforward flip through of my pages from the last few days. I've no sort of new additions or crises that's meant that I've completely flipped how I'm doing things. I do have some thoughts percolating about next year and maybe moving away from the Filofax, so I might touch on those as we go through. So just in case it's the first time you've seen one of my videos, I'm currently working across an Hobonichi A6 Avec in here, a Filofax in a personal size, and I also have a Traveller's Notebook style booklet. It's not a Traveller's Notebook original, it is one that Megan Rhiannon made for herself last year and sold to me because she moved to a different system. So to have a look at the A6 first, I've switched from my Have a Nice Day cover to the like navy colours one. I tend to sort of change them, I don't know, every couple of months perhaps, and I just felt like a little bit of a change. Also, because my book is starting to get quite bulky, I feel like this one accommodates that a bit better. I think part of the reasoning as well for me switching back to this one is my pockets in the front of my Filofax were feeling a bit busy, and I just sort of wanted to ease that. So a couple of the bits I had in the Filofax last week are now in here. I'll just quickly cover with you what I do have in here. I've got a whoops, that flew away. Traveller's Notebook little label. This is from my Overflow Commonplace book. I will show you that briefly. This is a label from some soap that I got that I've just sort of saved to use as deco. This up here is one of my business cards, and I've got some Stalogy dot stickers here because I use them on my calendar pages in the A6. So we just have a flip through. So we've got my mood tracker here. Not much to see because I'm just adding in dots to rate what my kind of emotional state was on that day. In the previous months, if you've seen previous videos, you'll have seen this potentially, used to do like good, medium, bad, and then a headline. I had the idea this month to have a wider scale of emotions and no writing. And I'm finding it very difficult to kind of put my finger on, like, what is my emotion on this particular day? What is my emotion on this particular day? Where does it rate out of 10? I experience alexithymia, and I think I've made things maybe more complicated for themselves. So I'm gonna persist for the rest of the month, see if things improve, but if not, I am more than likely going to go back to my old way of doing things. Let's have a look, flip through October. A couple of additional things have gone in here, a few extra like events and that sort of thing, and I've done a little bit of decoration as well. So we're about halfway through the month now, so I figured a bit of decoration on this top half wouldn't hurt. This sort of sparkly pumpkin is one from Poundland. I don't know who will have made it originally because of it being from Poundland. And these candy corn sweets, this is part of a sticker set from Kunst. Have I done anything yet for November? For November, I have started putting in some practical things. So I've got the month sticker here. This is a Megan Rhiannon one. And you can see I've got some entries in here with some of the dot stickers. I've actually used the wrong colour here. I'm just going to change this up. And that actually sort of displays the kind of range of activities. So I use the pale green for appointments, typically medical appointments, and brown is for tasks, and then the dark green is for social events, and I'm kind of including like gigs and events under that. And then I've just got a post-it note here because there was some stuff I needed to do, and I had a deadline in it for November. Luckily, everything's like 99% sorted, so I should be able to get rid of this soon. And then we can go to the day pages. So last time we spoke, we were on this spread, and I think it was just before I put this information in here. So I think I mentioned it last week, but I'll mention it again. Absolutely love how I've done the deco on these pages. We've got a picture printed off from Pinterest. We've got some Marigold Suli washi tape here, a couple of Megan Rhiannon stickers, and then some stickers from the Sticky Club Midnight Tarot set as well. Looking at this next page, my layout is that I do a single card tarot reading at the top, and I do that each morning, and then at the end of the day I do like a Dear Diary entry just to talk through what I did that particular day. I've got a picture tacked in here of my Kobo. That's because I finished a book and I tack in a picture of each book as I finished it. So for example, I've got one here, just see if I can find another one for you quickly, another one here, and it just gives me a nice indication of how quickly I've read books and what format I've read them in as well. Normally I would tack them in this bottom corner here, but because I've got the decoration in the middle, I didn't want to cover that up, so I've just gone with a slightly different placement for that. The next day we've got my same sort of layout here, and decoration wise, I've got a couple of stickers here from Olive & Mabel Co. and their collaboration with Bronte, and we've got this sort of stamp style sticker, and this is from Paper Shire. On this day I did, so there's Halloween-esque stuff that I have out all year round because I like that stuff, but then at the beginning of October I put out a bit more stuff, and then on this day I kind of got everything out and I created this like display or altar sort of setup on my fireplace. So I've got the stacked pumpkins here kind of linking into all the pumpkins I had in my display, and then a nice hot drink here because I had lots of nice coffee this day. Also on this day I hung up some pictures of some postcards in my office that I really love them, and they really help make the office feel more like homely and more mine, and also because they're in frames rather than just tacked to the wall, they feel a bit more like permanent and grown up almost. So that's quite nice together. Then on this day, this one was a bit more low key. Let's just check. Okay, yeah. So on this day, I got a bit kind of overstimulated and overwhelmed and needed to take some kind of like time out by myself, even though things were kind of busy in the house. So I put this sticker on. This is one of mine from my sheet called Glimmers, and it's a stack or a collection of different Jellycat soft toys. So I put that on there, kind of linking into that idea of like sensory comfort and meeting your sensory needs, and then linking it in. And we've got a sort of star sticker here from Megan, and then this plant, these leaves are from Moren Kunst. I included those because I bought for our dining table a little sort of bouquet of like laurel leaves, eucalyptus, that kind of thing. So rather than like a floral bouquet, it was more planty and leafy. I don't know what my words are. And then we've got these next couple of pages. That's moved ever so slightly. On this day we went for a walk at a local country park to us, and I found this huge couple of mushrooms. So we've got the kind of ripped paper effect in the background here. This is one of the Olive & Mabel ones. These mushrooms here are Moren Kunst, and then this star is from Megan. The little spider web here is Marigold Suli, and these scissors are from Olive and Maple as well. I can't remember why I included those. I think it may have even just been that I felt that they went quite well with the mushrooms and everything looked a bit more like symmetrical that way. And then we've got an Instax picture here. I try and use my Instax camera quite sparingly because the film's so expensive, but I took it out on this day because I thought it would be a nice way to kind of capture the day. My partner's sister was down visiting. We had a few photos come out well, and then a couple that came out really quite overexposed. This is one of the more overexposed one. I can tell what the picture is, and I think people who've been to this particular place will be able to tell as well. But I used it here because I didn't really feel it was good enough for the photo album. And then the next day, decorations a bit more minimal here. We've got this hot chocolate sticker from Megan and a little star from Olive and Mabel. And it's just because I had a nice big hot chocolate this day and it was just very chill and relaxed. And then we're on to yesterday and today. And I decided to do one of these collages in the middle again because I really liked it when I did it on this particular day. I feel like the colours work so nicely on this one as well. So in terms of the decoration here, the trees in the background here, this is a sticker from Stamped and Sealed Co. I've got a few of them here actually. They do these sets of stickers that are all like misty forests that are really nice. This is someone's house decorated for Halloween. This is just one I pulled from Pinterest, so I'm not sure where it's from exactly. This little star sticker is a paper chase one from back in the day, and then these few stickers here are all from the Sticky Club Midnight Tarot one. I'll just try and find the names of the artists. So the sort of sweets here and these ones down here, these are by Tiny Yumi, and then the cat here with the different sort of squashes and pumpkins, these are from Jaimina. So yeah, that's in the A6 for now. It is getting very bulky in here. And then we'll have a look at the Filofax. I mentioned just before about this feeling a bit like messy in here the other day. So I've readjusted some things, tidied up a little bit, I suppose you could say. I've still got my pumpkin seeds and stuff like that in here. Again, I really like this label and the artwork, so that's staying for the time being. A couple of loose like little notepad bits. I've, as always, archived the previous week's trackers, and then this is this week's. This little sticker here is one of the Sticky Club ones. It's by Citus, and I've got this black washi tape here. So these trackers that I use, these are commonplace pages from Megan's inserts, and I put the days of the week at the top here, and then the thing that I'm tracking on the right hand side. Now there's more than 7 columns here, so normally I will just leave the first couple blank, or the last couple blank, but I thought it might help my eye go to the right place if I use the tape, and I think that's worked, but I don't necessarily like how it looks. It feels like quite heavy and full on. I very rarely put the cross in the wrong place before. It happened once or twice, but not that often. So I think, you know, I tried it, but I didn't really like it. So I think next week I'll go back to normal. And then the health stuff on this side. And I've put the stickers on for the next few weeks worth as well. So that's that. And then just try and think where we were last time. So I think we might have been around here last time that I filmed. So these are just like very scrappy to-do lists, often very messy. I don't tend to do much decoration or anything in these pages. We got this banner sticker. This is from Typo. No, it's from Flying Tiger. And then I've just written the word Tuesday here. On these couple of days, I didn't have any like header stickers or anything like that within reach, so I just wrote the days and tried to make it slightly fancy handwriting. It doesn't look great, but they're definitely like bold and stand out compared to the rest of the text, so they still serve a purpose. We've got some letters here. These are from the Works, but I think other pound shops have also got them in as well. And then this is a Stamped and Sealed Co sticker. To be honest with you, it came as part of a bigger set, and I don't really know like where I would use this one otherwise. So this kind of messier space, I tend to put down stickers here if I'm less into them, or I can't really find another place for them. This here of like little jobs or things that I want to do, but they're not like urgent in any way. They're not gonna be for the benefit of like the household or anything. Another sort of header sticker from Tiger here, and again I just wrote it in with the pen I had handy. These two are also Tiger ones. I quite liked using a sort of bolder pen for these headers. I think it was, let's just see. Yeah, I think it was this pen here, and I'm not 100% sure what model it is. It's a Pentel pen, and I know I picked it up at Choose and Keeping when I went to London. When was it? It was not, was it this Christmas just gone? Yeah, like a year ago. And then this sticker is another one from Poundland. Got it in that same set as the sort of sparkly pumpkin that I showed you in my calendar pages. And then we got a couple more of the tiger headings. So I've been making use of those the last few days. And then when it comes to my kind of collections and stuff, not any additions in terms of any more pages, but I am making my way through my to be watch list, so that's good. Yeah, I've been not making sure, like it's not a task or a chore, but I've been enjoying watching some like kind of older horror films and stuff the last few days. And then last but not least, we've got my TN style notebook here. So these pages tend to stay quite static. Apologies if you can hear my washing machine. Tend to stay quite static through the month. This has been helpful for my Peachtober stuff, and I've been doing my media tracking quite consistently along the side here. I think I have finished one or two. Yeah, I've finished a couple of books here since we last spoke, so I've crossed those off. Currently reading Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas. I've not been using the weekly spreads. And then we've got commonplace section. I do have a tab in here for where we were last time. So since last time we spoke, I've done a fair bit of commonplacing. I hadn't kind of realised how many pages I filled out until like yesterday, and I realised I only have like 2 pages left. So this is some notes on an article, and it's about it's called Is Neurodiversity a Global Northern White Paradigm? And it's kind of about the racism within the current neurodiversity movement, and the fact that the experiences of like black people, indigenous people isn't really taken into account, and there's this like superiority complex that a lot of people researching in this area seem to have about like being white and the experiences of white people. So that was really insightful. And usually when I'm looking at like scientific papers, I just make notes and then maybe add my own thoughts in the margins, but this section in a box is like a full quote, just because I thought it was really impactful, and yeah, just like made a solid point kind of thing, and I wanted to keep that intact rather than I don't know, like appropriating someone else's words or getting things wrong because of my own like perspective and my own experiences. So I've like kept that as is. And I think I mentioned last week, but like decorating for pages that are about scientific papers can feel a bit odd, so I've just kept it like quite minimal. This floral of a lily is a Stamped and Sealed Co one, and then this exclamation mark is a Megan Rhiannon one, and again just highlighting the importance of this particular quote. And then this next one is notes from post-diagnostic support for adults diagnosed with autism in adulthood in the UK, which is like me in a nutshell, so pertinent for me to read. I did a couple of my own stickers here. These are from the my Glimmers sticker sheet, and you know, the paper is about being a late diagnosed autistic person. The sheet is about being autistic. You don't have to be autistic if you to have that sheet, but it was my experiences, my glimmers, that inspired that. And then I've got a quote from Audre Lorde here, and then got a review of the Halloween Encyclopedia, which is a book that I read earlier in the week. Sticker wise, this October, the 31st sticker is a Megan one. This little star is from Noah. For some reason I always struggle to remember the name of their shop, so I'll put it below. And then these dancing skeletons are from my spooky Halloween, my spooky sticker sheet. This broomstick is from Poundland, and this cobweb is a Bones and Blankets one. The next thing I wrote about was the sort of art and photography project called Eyes as Big as Plates, and it's a project, and photos from this project have come up for me on social media loads of times in the past, probably as early as like, I don't know, 2013, 2014, something like that. And I always found it really interesting, and I love like the texture of them and how they're photographed and stuff. And a bunch of their photos came up again for me recently on Tumblr, in relation to a sort of mycology festival that happens in Colorado. And so I decided, I don't always like print pictures for my commonplace, but because it's an art and photography thing, it just made sense to have the imagery rather than say like a random mushroom sticker, because I'm talking about the photos in themselves. So I've printed those from the internet and added a bit more decoration as well. And these like bead letters are from Olive and Mabel, and I actually ran out of ones for the letter S. So what I did is I pulled one of the pearls from the sheet that they did in collaboration with Bronte, and I've just written the S on. And it does look different, but from further away it's like a fairly subtle difference. So yeah, I wrote up about project in general, but then also specifically talking about the it's the Telluride Mushroom Festival that these images were linked to. And then we've got a couple of star stickers from Megan, just to kind of finish things off and frame things nicely there. And then I mentioned about, you know, sort of watching some films. The like imagery and the mood and the feel of Sleepy Hollow stuck with me for like quite a long time afterwards. And obviously like there's problematic people in it, and I don't at all want to like endorse those people or give them money in any way, but I really appreciated like the fogginess and the like the spookiness of it all. It was really atmospheric. So I wrote some of like my own thoughts, and then I copied up some of the information from the Wikipedia page, and then I've got some of the pictures, like stills from the film as well, and yeah, a bit here as well. In particular, not to spoil anything, although it came out in 1999, so I feel like if you wanted to see it, you will have by now. There's like a final scene that's set in a windmill, and we watched the original Frankenstein film a few days later, and the final scene of that is set in a windmill as well, and there's a lot of visual parallels. And I saw it and I was like, that's got to have been intentional, that's got to have been. And I looked it up, and yeah, Tim Burton was paying homage to that original Frankenstein film, so that's good. I'm running out rapidly of the stickers that I've got in these primary colours, so I'm kind of having to supplement them with things that aren't quite an exact match. Hopefully they're still going to serve their purpose, even though I'm having to do that supplementation, but it is slightly annoying. Like, the perfectionist part of me really doesn't like it, but going into November I might do like a different colour code system. I think it'll only get difficult when I'm then having, say if I run out of pages and I'm going into my overflow book, because my overflow book is very much done by these like primary colours and these main colours. I will have to just deal with it or figure a way out around it, you know, problem solve a little. So yeah, I've got like 2 and a bit pages left of that for this month, and we're only about halfway through the month. So when I'm talking to you again next week, there'll almost definitely be some commonplacing in my Tokyo overflow book, which it's nice because like I enjoy commonplacing a lot and I get a lot out of it, and I really like how these booklets look, you know, when it's sort of the end of the month and you see everything. But it's also really nice knowing that if / when I run out of pages within a particular month, my overflow is like a really gorgeous booklet in itself and really nice paper to write on as well. So I think if I'd not got this, although I've got sort of other notebooks around, there would have probably been a reluctance on my part to speed through my main booklet as quickly as I do. So it's really freed me up in a way where if I am going into my next book, it doesn't feel like a compromise. It doesn't feel like, oh right, okay, that will do. It's like, oh great, okay, I get to write in the Tokyo book because it is gorgeous. So yeah, I think that's me for this week. Still feeling a bit under the weather, so sorry if I've had like a croaky voice or anything like that. I expect this is going to be a bit of a shorter one, hopefully still enjoyable, still something that's kept you company and all that. So thank you for watching. I'll speak to you next week. Bye bye.